I was just talking with a friend of mine about our relationship with God as Father, and we were talking about how God has given us an invitation to be with Him, and how He doesn't have an expectation over you to draw closer to Him, but He has an invitation to you to draw closer to Him. That this relationship that you have with God is like an invite, like you get an invite. You get a card in the mail that says you're invited to a dinner, or you get a card in the mail that says you're invited to a birthday party or something. Well, God gives you an invite into His presence and to spend time with Him all the time. It says in Jeremiah 33:3, it says, "Call to me, and I will answer, and I will tell you great and mighty things that you do not know." God is always inviting us to spend time with Him. And I was thinking about, just how it's not a location. Like I heard in a sermon, this pastor said, some of you are out playing, you're playing and you're just playing games, you're playing games and I guess just not taking your relationship with God seriously. And I thought, when we're out playing as children, like little children when they're out playing, and God and their parents are calling them to come home. Well, with God, it's a little different. God is not calling you to a location. It's not a particular place that you have to go. God is calling you and saying that I want to tell you great and mighty things that you do not know. God is calling you into a intimate relationship and friendship with Him. He made the way for you to have a relationship with Him, and that way is an open door. We sometimes shut God out, but He has never banished us from His presence. If you're not experiencing His presence, it's not because He banished you from His presence. It's that you let this wall get erected in front of your heart so that you could not communicate with God. But it's not God who's the one putting the wall up. So this conversation that I had with a friend was really deep, and I was thinking, about how this invitation with God is always there. God is not hovering over me with this expectation, with this list of rules. Like He's, I don't like to use the word quiet time or, oh, I didn't spend enough time with God today. I don't like using any of those kinds of phrases because that sounds like an expectation. And God gave me the word invitation tonight. And that is what He wants to say to us tonight or right now in our lives, is that He has an invitation that He's extending to you and He's extending to me to draw close to Him. When you get an invitation to go somewhere, that means you are being thought of. That means they had to take time to fill out that invitation. They had to take time to send that invitation to you. Well, that's what God does to us every single day, all day. God is not within the confines of time. So He's not in a 24-hour period, or, He's not in an 8-hour day. He's not in while you're sleeping, a 7 or 8 or 9-hour sleep. God is outside of time. And His invitation is always open. So if you see a door that's shut, picture it open. Because when it comes to God, the door is always open to come. And that's really all it is. It's an invitation to come and to be with him. It's not proximity. It's not a building. It's not a closet. It's not your car. It's not your backyard prayer garden. It's right here inside your heart. God's invitation is continually calling. Call to me, and I will answer, and I will tell you great and mighty things that you do not know. Jeremiah 33:3. So that's what I want to say to you tonight, and I hope that this ministers to your heart.